Well, welcome once again, good students. This time round, KCSE paper 1-1, stock 03, excerpts from Blossoms of the Savannah. And this is excerpt number 3. Excerpt number 3. Hopefully, believing that you've been following our updates from excerpt number 1, 2, and 3, so that you know the order with which we are following, and as you are preparing for your final year exam, and especially in this particular paper. Stay put, and as I take you through these some of the excerpts, which are of course predicted and predictions most likely to be tested this year. So straight to the excerpt. Read the following excerpt and answer the questions that follow. They were silent as they climbed the hill on their way back from Nasila River to draw water. The water containers that carried on their backs were now heavy. The straps that supported the containers pressed down their heads with a painful exhaustion. As they walked, each one of them allowed her mind to fleetingly roam the fanciful land of wishful thinking. Resian thought how wonderful it would be had she had a chance to enroll at the Egerton University, and after graduation had a chance to work with her role model, Minik, Nkoitoi, the Emakererei, at the sheep ranch that she managed. She imagined herself already there driving a large flock of sheep, and when she thought of sheep, her mind flew back to 15 years or so earlier and reminisced the first time that she saw a sheep. It was a childhood memory, a memorable picture from the swirling scene around her, which had been captured and preserved by her mind when she and Taiyo accompanied their father to Nakuru Agricultural Show. She could still see in her mind a group of big, docile, tawny, woolly animals that stood panting drowsily in a green pasture, with the sun beaming down brightly from a clear blue sky, and that she had then admired the white long overcoats that the handlers wore. Taiyo also thought of Emakererei. She would ask Joseph Pamwat to assist her compose a song in her praise. She had already put words to a tune she had composed to ridicule the three women who she thought collaborated with men to oppress the work the women folk. They were Nasila's three blind mice who, she thought, did not seem to know that the world was changing. Those were the Enkasakutone who threatened to curse Nkoitoi Nimengalana and ensured that they did not get husbands nor children. The midwife Nkoitoi, who threatened to spy on the young women as they gave birth to ensure that any who was still among Nkoitoi Nimengalana had her status altered there and then. And the dreaded Inkamuratani, who would never tire of wielding her Olmurunya menacingly. That is the end of the excerpt. So, what are the exam style questions and the predictor and the sample model responses? Question number 1. This is from the excerpt. Place the excerpt in its immediate context. Place the excerpt in its immediate context. Before the excerpt, that is, Taiyo, good students, start your response like the before the excerpt and after the excerpt, also during the excerpt. What happened before the excerpt, during the excerpt itself, context, and shortly after the excerpt. So therefore, before the excerpt, Taiyo and Resian go to the river to fetch water. They remember their discussion with their aunt and admire Minik's fight against women, oppression by men. They muse that men must be very angry with her for snatching 500 girls from her. After the excerpt, Taiyo sings the song she has composed about 3 women whom she refers as mice silently in her heart. One of those women is the Enkamuratani chasing a woman with a knife. Question number 2. Identify and illustrate 2 aspects of style in this excerpt. Flashback. Resian recalls 15 years back when she and Taiyo accompanied her father to Nakuru Agricultural Show, and she saw sheep the first time. Description. That was another style. The sheep are vividly described as big, docile, tawny, woolly animals. And another one is the use of metaphors. Metaphor is a style of writing, is a figure of speech. She calls the 3 women who collaborated with men to oppress women as Nasila's 3 blind mice. Question number 3. Discuss 2 themes evident in the excerpt. Discuss 2 themes evident in the excerpt. 1. Theme of determination or optimism. Resian is full of optimism that one day she would join Egerton University. Another theme is women as their own enemies. The 3 Nasila women collaborated with men to oppress women. Number 3, negative cultural practices. The 3 women propagate negative cultural practices against women such as FGM. Question number 4. Discuss 1 character trait of Resian and Taiyo in the excerpt. Discuss 1 character trait of Resian and Taiyo, her sister, in the excerpt. Resian is visionary. She thought how wonderful it would be had she a chance to enroll at Egerton University. She equally dreams of going to university. Taiyo is critical. She wants to compose a song ridiculing 3 Nasilian women who collaborated with the men to oppress women. Question 5. Good students, that is supposed to be question number 5, typing error. How do Resian's thoughts now come to be fulfilled in the future? Briefly explain. How does Resian's thoughts now come to be fulfilled in the future? Briefly explain for marks. Later, she is rescued from a planned marriage by Nabaru and is taken to Minik's ranch. There, she's given a house and a job. Minik also helps in securing their admission at Egerton University. She also gives a scholarship. The novel ends when she and Taiyo are going to university. That marks the end of today's episode. And stay put. And if you've not subscribed and this is your first time that you are maybe seeing this, I would prefer that you hit that button right there, and that will also equip you all, be able to make you get future updates so that you're not left in limbo. For now, it's an adios.